The town of Woodstock's varied history has been documented many ways in the past, but a new book is going to take a refined look at that, and is being put together by a very, very good young historian and journalist, Nathan DeLong. Now, Woodstock born, Nathan has spent the last number of months putting together his first book, which is entitled Woodstock, New Brunswick's Oldest Town Through the Years. Now, the official release on the book will be held at Connell House in Woodstock on October 7th, on to Thursday at 7 p.m. Now, this event will be held pending COVID-19 protocols. Now, the book by DeLong is a Zoo's version of the history of Woodstock and surrounding areas. Now, this 246-page self-published volume highlights how the town came to be and how the past has influenced the present day, starting with an indigenous village at Fort McDucknock and leading to the local First Nation people's contact with loyal settlers following the United States Revolutionary War. It will also cover the birth of Carleton County, the town's 1856 incorporation, and a few large fires that nearly halted the town's growth in its tracks. Now, Nathan's interest in local history began in 2007 with a school project on Woodstock. His curiosity was influenced by the anecdotes from his grandparents, relatives, and friends sharing their lived experience from days gone by. Now, Nathan, who was a 2013 Woodstock High School graduate who now lives in Miramichi, wanted to write a book in his hometown when he was a teenager. He began working on it formally in 2016 while attending St. Thomas University to study journalism. Now, while researching for this book, I was surprised by the lack of recent editions published on the Woodstock area's history, although the community has a rich history and prides itself on its heritage as New Brunswick's oldest incorporated town, Nathan said. Several other communities have had recent versions of their history published, but many previous works on Woodstock are long out of print and are not as wide-reaching as my book. Now, Nathan's book is topically organized around multiple themes and provides a chronological description of the town's early years, the post-war era, and the present day. It includes essays on both widely known and rarely discussed stories, while also incorporating vintage and recent photograph. Now, the publication of Woodstock's New Brunswick Oldest Town Through the Years is indeed timely, said Woodstock Mayor Art Slip, who wrote the book's foreword. Mr. DeLong is a passionate advocate for promoting local history, and his commitment to this project ensures that a new generation of readers will understand why local history in general, and the story of Woodstock in particular, are important. Now, the book is available for purchase on Amazon and by contacting the author directly. An e-book is being developed, and the author is working to arrange distribution on various retailers. Now, Nathan can be reached at area code 506-425-0170 or via email, but at nathandelong@gmail.com. Again, nathandelong@gmail.com. Now, the book itself covers numerous information throughout the years, including from the time it began as a prominent indigenous village to a railway hub, and also includes information on a noted riot to a park on an island. Now, according to DeLong, this book will cover Woodstock's rich history, with many aspects of New Brunswick's oldest incorporated town being well known, by other points are rarely discussed, and previous publications capturing these stories have long got out of print. Now, according to DeLong, the book will cover numerous topics and a detailed, comprehensive look at the days gone by and how the town's past has shaped its present. Now, again, Nathan DeLong is a journalist and historian who was born and raised in the town, but now again lives in Miramichi. He has worked for numerous Brunswick News publications over the years, and his write-ups and bylines have appeared in the majority of the Brunswick News publications. Now, Nathan again earned a Bachelor of Arts degree from St. Thomas University in 2017 with a double major in journalism and communications and public policy. Now on Facebook, he can be contacted at facebook.com/author Nathan DeLong. On Twitter, twitter.com at DeLong Nathan 95 ? Lang =EN, and on his LinkedIn at ca.linkedin.com/in/DeLong Nathan, and of course he's at his website at nathandelong.com. Now, a lot of people know Woodstock, but with this book, and I can tell you, you should pick it up, Woodstock has such a varied history. There's not just one category that being covered in an essay. And with Nathan's book, it's a compilation of his own research and stories known and have been unknown for a lot of years. And it's going to cover a lot of the details of what makes Woodstock probably one of the most interesting communities in all in Eastern Canada. It's an historic center. It's a commerce hub. It's kind of the capital of Carleton County in many ways. And if you've ever been to Woodstock, history is dripping from its pores in every way. The buildings, the various stories, the various families that helped build the town, the indigenous connections, the many people and historic people that made the community what it is and what it continues to be. Now, Woodstock itself is right now, it continues to grow as a community. The book itself, it's a must-read. There's been a lot of historic books about communities in the province, but this book, I can tell you without delay, that if you pick this up, you will learn more about Woodstock than you ever expected. There's a lot of stories in there that Nathan has worked on for the last number of months to present to the public, and it might be surprising how much is in there as a person from Carleton County or New Brunswick that you don't know. Like I said, it's loaded with stories. Highly recommended it. Good Christmas gift a couple of months before Christmas. And again, I know Nathan quite well. I know him as probably one of the better young writers in this province. He's been influenced by a lot of historical texts he's read, and this is a must-read for you as a public to learn more about what makes Woodstock tick. So again, Nathan's book, The Brunswick Oldest Town Through the Years, the October 7th release. Pick it up, and if you want to support anybody in this province, young writers need to be supported. So if you want to support a very talented young writer, pick up the book, because you know with young writers, if you do one book, it's successful, they're going to follow it up. So thanks for listening, and good luck, Nathan, on your book release on October 7th.